Okay, so lately I've been really feeling like doom and gloom out here. There's just a lot of bad news in the anime and manga realm that unfortunately I've been having to report on. I don't make the news, I just report it. I mean, for crying out loud, we just got the announcement that the ReZero anime, due to a certain illness that is spreading, has been delayed from, I want to say it was supposed to come out April, now it's coming out summertime. So there's bad news all over the place, but apparently, and this is even crazier, two articles that one of which I missed, it was about like a week and a half ago that came out, and another one was around a week or so ago as well, came regarding potential bans on anime and bad shit happening. And this is where I really start to feel a certain way, because I'm always like, you know, for the last decade or so, I've championed and promoted anime and manga as a medium that should be accepted and things of that nature. And now I'm hearing that politics is starting to bring in and question anime. People are getting in trouble in their jobs because of anime and manga and stuff. And yeah, that's not gonna fly. Let's talk about it. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. But before we continue with the video, gotta let you guys know that this video was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. You guys have seen me talk about it before on the channel. Got a lot of cool updates going on. I've said this before and I'll say it again. One of the things I love about this game is, call it shallow or whatever, but the graphics are so gorgeous. The gameplay is fun, and for it being just an original free to play on iOS and Android, I can't stress enough that it's freaking awesome. This is my squad right here. I've been rocking with these people for a little minute. Raid Shadow Legends, baby, ton of fun. You can also check out the Battle Pass, where you basically get to enter different brackets and compete to get some new rewards. A lot of cool stuff comes to this game all the time. Raid Shadow Legends is just like a breath of fresh air, definitely for RPG games on mobile. And if you're a new player and you click on the link right now, you will get 100,000 silver, plus you get one free champion, Hex Weaver. Like, yo, get your free goodies. And they only last 30 days, so make sure you get going. Raid Shadow Legends. If you want to download this game or check it out, again, it's on desktop, iOS, Android. Links in the description below or the top comment, the one that's pinned. You can definitely go check it out. So about a week and a half or so ago, it had came out, and again, I want to say I was out of town when this article had dropped, so I wasn't able to talk about it, but it recently came across my desk and I was just like, yo, what is going on here? Apparently a senator in Australia, because he ran into some arguably hentai, I want to say it is hentai, ero manga sensei. He wants to basically try and have a ban on anime and manga, and it's kind of crazy because it's kind of like you go into, you know, a medium, and the first thing you see, supposedly, which I highly doubt, it seems as though this was a cherry-picked situation so that he has probable cause to be able to say, hey, what are they doing over there? And a lot of disgusting things were said. I have a bit of an article here, we're gonna read it in a sec, about what the situation is, because again, this is one of two incidents that I've recently come across, and I'm just like, what is going on here? But I'm just like, yo, you pick one of the, I don't want to say the worst, because that's not even meant for, like, you know, the average person and shit like that. Like, I'm just, because putting something that is arguably like a hentai-esque type of deal, or something that is ecchi, or whatever the case you want to say, putting that in the same category and broadening a statement as this is anime and manga, like, are you kidding me? Like, that doesn't represent the genre at all. Like, that's like saying that a porn magazine is representative of every outlet of magazines out there because it is technically a magazine. Like, what logic does that make? Like, how does something that is ecchi or hentai represent, you know, My Hero Academia, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z? Like, what? Let's read the article and we'll talk some more. But yeah, this dude, he's a quack. I'm gonna say it right now, and I feel bad for Australia if any of this shit goes into effect of what this dude is trying to do, because it's just stupidity. Australian senator calls for review of anime depicting child exploitation. South Australian Senator Sterling Griff is calling for a review of all anime and manga, not just one, all anime and manga currently accessible in Australia, expressing concerns about media depicting child exploitation. In a speech to the Australian Parliament on Wednesday, he highlighted anime and manga depicting wide-eyed children, usually in school uniforms, engage in explicit sexual activities and possesses and often being sexually abused, which again, let's just keep reading. He said, in particular, he highlighted the Ero Manga Sensei anime series, describing it as a show that heavily features incest themes and features many scenes that are so disturbing, I just can't describe them. The series is rated MA 15+ in Australia, which, fam, if you go looking into anything, you are going to find what you are looking for. Like, if you go looking into music, you're gonna hear some, you know what I'm saying? If you want to hear some disturbing shit, like you go to hip-hop, for example, while there be some really outstanding stuff that is like, you know, storytelling or motivating and shit, but if you want to find the sex, money, and drug music, you can find it. It's there. Anything, any industry that you look, there's going to be the good and the bad. So if you go into anime and manga, yeah, there's going to be some messed up shit. Like, that doesn't represent the entirety of the genre. That doesn't mean that, hey, we should ban all anime and manga because this one series, like, hey, you want to throw the argument that that particular series, like, you have an issue with that series and you have an issue with series that are similar to that, and we're going to start investigating series similar, which I still find, like, at the end of the day, that's also a sticky situation, because then people could just start being arbitrarily, you know, throwing shit in there like, hey, this is kind of like, so even that to a certain degree is like, yo, get out of here and shit. But what is this? What are you even trying to do here, Mr. Sterling? Like, I'm sorry, you sound like a jackass. You cherry pick one, you know, piece of material and try to highlight it as it's a representation of anime and manga because it's school uniforms and wide eyes. First of all, wide eyes and school uniforms have been the genre of anime and manga for a long time, and I can name off the top of my head like 30 series alone that have nothing to do with any type of pornographic material, anything of that nature at all. So immediately, like, you're an idiot. You're a flat out idiot, fam. I gotta tell you right now. Let's keep reading this article, though, hear what Mr. Sterling, any plans or anything else that he has regarding this situation. He criticized the Australian Classification Board for rating media in isolation from criminal law. In Australia, it is illegal to produce, possess, or distribute pornography or abuse material depicting a person under the age of 18. In 2008, a New South Wales Supreme Court judge ruled that a pornographic cartoon depicting characters from The Simpsons was child porn. Under Japan's current child pornography laws, like, yeah, a lot of disgusting shit here. Senator Griff will move a motion calling for an urgent ban of anime and manga depicting child abuse, and was written to Home Affairs Minister Peter Dutton and Communications Minister Paul Fletcher about the issue. I gotta say that this is absolutely stupid. This is absolutely ridiculous. This guy is a fucking idiot. What are you doing? Like, I feel like I'll just keep repeating myself over and over, but this is just outright nuts. Like, I don't know if right now, because I know over here we have election season going on, I don't know if it's the same thing over there in Australia, and maybe like this is his stance, like, this is the flag you wave, fam. This is what you're like, hey, I'm gonna get rid of those nasty, dirty cartoons that, like, this is what you do. This, like, wow. And the scary thing about it, that always I look at it from an even deeper down the road perspective, if let's just say this dude is successful, let's just say a lot of anime and manga, next thing you know, series like High School of the Dead, which, yeah, it's a arguable, you could say, like, whoa, there's a lot of sexual shit in there, but it's a dope series. Let's just say he starts getting a ton of stuff banned. Who's to say it won't start a chain reaction where next thing you know, we got this motherfucker Trump saying, hey, we're gonna follow. Like, you never know where this could lead. So it's always like, you gotta start looking at the situation ahead of time and seeing where this could go. And if he's already contacting other people and going about making motions, dude is a doof, dude is an asshole, dude, like, what are you doing, fam? Cherry picking one thing and making a broad statement and generalizing everything based on this one experience. Like, how the fuck did you even find this series? Like, what are you really looking at? Let's take a look at your browser history, Mr. Sterling. I would love to see what doujinshi your ass is probably reading. Like, how did you come to this? Like, you don't just magically run into Ero Manga Sensei. Like, that's not how it works, fam. Like, yeah, very, very disturbing, if anything, that this is what he's trying to do, and this is what people in power is thinking about. Like, we got to get rid of the bad cartoons. Like, Fuck off. But this was just one terrible incident, and I'm hoping that it doesn't move any further. I'm hoping that this jackass ends up looking stupid and people speak out against it, and it doesn't go nowhere, because again, this could lead to something huge. And even if it, let's just say it only happened in Australia, I don't want my Australian people to fucking deal with some shit like this. Can't watch your anime and read your manga because some dumbass ran into some sexual shit and now wants to, like, no. But then another story that I came across as well, about a FWC deputy, Gerard Boyce, being forced to remove inappropriate anime figures and more. I guess he had like some anime figurines on his desk or some shit like that. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what the figurines were that he had on his desk, so I can't completely throw the argument, but assuming that it wasn't anything like really sexual or explicit, I don't know, but let's read this article and then we'll talk some more as well. Australian Fair Work Commission Deputy Gerard Boyce is under fire for a multitude of actions that have garnered some trouble for him in the past few days. The FWC's General Manager Bernadette O'Neill revealed that Mr. Boyce's office had quote-unquote inappropriate and scantily clad figures and artwork in his office. There has not been any released photos of said figures, and therefore we cannot see what they look like specifically, but it had been stated that one had a big bust. My recollection is one was a female figure, and the other I am not sure was even human. A quote from Miss O'Neill. How about you stay the fuck out of his office? And how the fuck, what's the big deal? Okay, let's just say he had some busty ass figure. I mean, okay, a little awkward, a little like, whoa, boys, what are you doing with that? But like, the fuck is it your business? Keep out of the man's office. Like, what's the problem? Boyce claims that he creates the figures himself as a hobby, which is not completely insane since most constructive hobbies include crafting. There is no exact estimation, but it was stated that he could have had 10 to 20 figurines in his office. After complaints from staff, Boyce was forced to remove said content, but this sparked a debate between Labour Senator Deborah O'Neill clashing with Liberal Senator James McGriff. I am here to stand up for women in the workplace who should not be exposed to this kind of gross intimidation. Whoa, gross intimidation. Yeah, you're really scared by the busty, scantily clad figurines. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, what intimidation? What are you talking about? I don't think we can draw from someone's preference for different types of artwork as to their professionalism, replied Senator McGrath. Now, many would ask, if the figures were simply in his office, how could they be so offensive since you don't have to go in his office and you won't have to see them? This doesn't seem like a case of objectifying women, but more so just having a hobby you dislike, and that would be a very strong argument. But the story is much more confusing. Boyce had also allegedly installed a security camera as well, without informing anyone else of his doings. Of course, Boyce claimed that the camera did not work, and after that was removed, replaced said camera with a cutout of Donald Trump. The fuck? This is much more of an invasion of privacy, but whether the camera worked or not still gives the impression of an invasion of a person's private information. Will Boyce be the first senator to get canceled for having big titty anime figurines in his office? This will be one for the record books. Yo, this is fucking hilarious. I mean, okay, this sounds like there's more to this story. Maybe somebody was messing with his figures, maybe they were knocking them down, maybe some of them went missing. So dude put up a camera to be like, yo, who's touching my waifu? I don't even know. This is another story of like, yo, bitch, stay the fuck out of his office. That simple. And excuse me for saying bitch, but it's that shit is just nuts. Like, between these two stories, I don't know which one is more stupid. Like, the senator that he runs into a hentai and starts screaming and crying like, ban all anime and manga, or dude having some busty waifu figures on his desk and shorty going nuts. Like, what is this world coming to? Curious what you guys think about all this. How do you feel about the Australian senator and what's going on there? What do you think about dude at his office and shorty going nuts over the busty figures on his desk? Like, what is this world coming to? Like, what I don't even know. Let's just end the video here. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit the bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in.
Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave. Leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace. Last time, I'ma say last time. Moving on to the future, leave the memories as a pastime. Memories always feel like the worst, deading all the past. Leave it in a hearse. Sometimes I wanna lie, but I don't. Why lie when truthfully you get caught in it? Then usually it's all off and shit, uncalled for shit. Now I'm off the shit. Maybe lately what I've been facing got me crazy. No, I can't take it. Maybe